Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. That was weird. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. This is the second episode of the Gamble Life series, which is a series of a competitive Minecraft server where the goal is to be the last one standing. But it isn't just a normal server, it is modded. So each session will have a different gamble card, which will change gameplay in fun and drastic ways. We can already see the first gamble card a bit with this book that we all spawned in with, which had an ominous opening for some reason. It's truly aura harming on us all. Now, the series itself was inspired by a series made by Grian called Wildlife. So I urge you, if you like this at all, please watch Wildlife. Uh, Heavy inspiration was taken from it. This is basically just a bedrock version. Now, if we remember where we left off last time, we were mining for diamonds and mostly just stalling. My team had found a trial chamber, but we decided to wait until we could get enchantments before we would start raiding. Because dying, albeit we have 6 lives, would still be terrible. It would set us behind and just overall not be the wisest choice. So after getting out of the mines, I wanted to regroup with my team and then message the admin about getting an enchanting table. Once we got the enchantments, though, our team would immediately head off to the trial chamber. Bedrock box, bedrock box, bedrock box, Holy shit. There's a man. Wait, let me in there. Let me in there. No! Sad. Sorry to break character there, but, I just felt like I should. Anyways, we can see right here the gamble card. It's an eternal night and blood moon. So, yeah, I'm sure that won't matter too much. After regrouping with our lost teammate, we entered the trial chamber. And I really noticed something during these first couple seconds. Usually they don't spawn this quick for skeletons or really even any mobs. This is a fast spawning spawner, but usually they don't spawn more than 3 enemies at a time. But it spawned 4. So,
XP secured.
sorry about that. I just had to aura farm on that skeleton a bit. Anyways, my theory about how the mobs were spawning much faster than usual was completed whenever I saw the rewards out of this chamber right here. It gave triple the keys than normal, which meant that getting triple the ominous keys would just be so much easier. And luckily, that would make our mace getting adventure much quicker. Now, we still needed an ominous bottle to get ominous keys, which is why we were opening up these smaller vaults, because we needed an ominous bottle, like such. We luckily got very lucky with, I think it's 11% chance, and out of 3, so we got about a 1 in 3 chance there. Sorry about that, just had to do it one more time. Anyways, after exploring a bit more of the ruins, we went ahead and decided that we were going to drink the potion. And we just had to be really careful. We were setting up a good door defense in case any of us got low. And then my teammate just absolutely crits me out the first second that it starts too. So honestly, average day in the life, spending time with that guy. Don't worry, I'll whoop him later for it though. Anyways, we just need to be careful and just take our time with this. We had 90 minutes to get as many ominous keys as possible. And we would later discover that within this chamber there was only 5 vaults, ominous vaults, which is I've looked it up. It's impossible to generate that little amount of vaults. So I don't know if we just got lucky or maybe it's only on Java where like the minimum is like 7, but we got pretty terrible luck with our spawns there. Now with a mace drop rate of 7.5%, we can do some quick math to kind of estimate our chances of getting maces and how many we could get. Now, there's 5 vaults times a 7.5 chance. There's three of us, meaning we can just times those chances by three, meaning we have about 112%, which is about 1 and 1/10 of an ace, which would be amazing if we were lucky. And since we're apparently having an unlucky streak, our odds were not looking up. But I tried to give every one of our teammates a vault key to try and see if our luck would be up. As my first teammate stepped up, he opened the vault. He got emeralds and some wind charges. Poor bum. Second teammate came up. He's purposely hiding it from me because he's scared that I'm going to steal things from him. But he also got nothing. Would I share the same fate? Hell no! I ain't broke! Get out of here, brokies! I'm rich! I defy luck. Come on, let's go. Not even close. And Lady Luck was looking down on us again. With this new mace, I held one of the most powerful weapons in Minecraft. Of course, not according to spear glazers, but to be honest, the spear is absolutely mid. Anyone that likes a spear is just a chud.
Into the void.
Sorry about that. I really like whatever this gamble card is, because just the animations. Anyways, we collected three more vault keys and began opening again. Our first teammate got nothing, and our second also got nothing. And next up was me. Would I be able to get two in a row? Of course not. That's honestly stupid amounts of luck. But we still had three more vaults to go. And hopefully we can get a second one. Now on to our third vault. Now we're almost halfway through. Now our first teammate got absolutely nothing. While our second teammate was getting absolutely nothing as well, I went ahead and gave out the two Prot 4 helmets that I collected. Now helmets are banned, so these mean nothing, but material wealth. After about 10 minutes of yelling at my team suspiciously, because I can't tell anyone that we're in a trial vault, I got my key to open it up, and I didn't quite like my rewards. Don't look at chat. Now onto our fourth vault. I quickly gave the extra keys to my teammates and opened up my vault. Now, we only had one other vault after this, so I had to make sure that I got as much good loot as possible out of it. And after the first drop, I got an enchanted golden apple, which is already an amazing loot drop. But, yeah, I didn't get a maze. But whenever my teammate was searching, he did, which is insane luck. I mean, there's only a 1 in 10 chance. We had pretty low odds. I'm probably butchering those odds, by the way. This is a very dumb math student here calculating. But anyways, with two maces, we could easily defeat this competition. I mean, one of the best weapons held by two players on the same team is just absurd. And we still had a fifth vault at a chance of getting more. Now, aside from my god apple, another of my teammate also got one. And that's basically just a guaranteed win in a fight. Hey, you stopped my animation. My orb from me, no. Now with one of our teammates having left the game, it was just me and my one last teammate to open up the fifth vault. Would we be able to get a third mace for our long lost teammate? Who knows? My teammate there, he got a god apple, so that's good enough. Would I be able to secure one? Let's go, not even close. Never doubt me. I would obviously get a mace. Now that we had three maces, which is actually just stupid luck, I mean, genuinely crazy. And I also got a Windburst book. We would now have three maces for all three of the best PvPers within our team. But things changed whenever an unknown visitor appeared, a Mr. Young J Jr. Now with our new guest arrived, our plans had to change. We originally planned to not destroy the vaults and have our fourth teammate, which couldn't log on for this session, open up each of them and give us more chances of getting more god apples or maces. But with this new unknown visitor, we couldn't risk them having a chance of getting even one mace or even a god apple. Now my teammate immediately pulls out the mace and just shows him the fact that we have one, which is stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna boogie him real quick. But Everyone has a leap in their judgment a couple times. Uh, Two people died, by the way. One died to a Vindicator, the other to a Vex. But I just immediately started breaking each of the vaults while my teammates distracted him. Now, with all five of the vaults being destroyed, as my teammates together were able to break one, definitely team effort. I showed our lost teammate that came back the mace that I got for him. And yeah, I mean, now we just had the problem of this unknown visitor spying on us, which it seems one of our teammates is trying to bribe him with diamonds, so that's pretty cool. Honestly, I was about to do the same if I'm being honest, but it seems he doesn't want it. He says I don't need charity, so yeah, can't always be the nice guy. Now that we've secured that we're the only ones with maces, we kind of just trolled around, and but my teammates seem to have lured the guy into a slime place and had him killed. So that is really just his fault though. And then they'll never find me. They'll never find me. Come on, come on. Run, run. Come on. Sorry to go goblin there, I just had to pull out all the strings. Anyways, with the session wrapping down, we farmed slimes for XP so that we can get better enchants. And we can see right here that daybreak happens. And the wild card, I mean, the gamble card has faded. Now with the session having ended, there's only a few more things that I'd like to say. Now, you might have noticed that we never actually said anything about the gamble card, other than a few vague statements. That's because the gamble card for this session just so happened to only affect the surface. The place that we never went to. My entire team didn't visit, except for like the first couple minutes, but even still, that was inside of our base, and we're blocked off from the surface from there. Now, I'll go ahead and explain what the gamble card would be. It is basically a blood moon that would turn on and off during different sequences, and it would cause much more dangerous mobs to spawn on the surface. Many of such being witches, vindicators, armored mobs, and most importantly, evokers, which, if you don't know a lot about Minecraft, evokers drop totems of undying, which is basically just a second life. I mean, it's a power-up mushroom within a Mario game. They're stupidly strong, but they do require a bit of skill to use, and I mean, I've seen a lot of players overuse the shield and not be able to pop their totems correctly. Uh, so anyone that can use a shield and a totem would have to be really good at this game, and only a few players would be able to do that. So it just more increases the fear of those stronger players. Anyways, we unfortunately didn't get any, but we did get maces, which is awesome sauce. Anyways, if you like this series at all, please like, share, comment, watch the wildlife series, please go share some love to that, and subscribe, turn on that bell to get notified whenever I send out the next session. And yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Bye bye.